Please stand for a moment of silence, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Tornadoes. This is CTN, a Clearwater Digital Media production. Today is Monday, January 29th. My name is Ashley Rice.
And my name is Jonathan Edward. Today we have your latest school, local, and national news, so stay tuned because CTN starts now.
In your headline news, comedian Kevin Hart's new tour will include a stop in Tampa. Hart announced Monday he is expanding his Kevin Hart Irresponsible Tour, adding over 100 new dates across the U.S., Canada, Europe, Australia, and Asia. Hart will make a stop at Tampa's Amalie Arena on Saturday, August 4th at 7 p.m. Hart's last multi-city domestic and international What Now comedy tour sold out large venues all over the world, including being the first comedy show to sell out an NFL stadium, selling over 50,000 tickets in one show at Lincoln International Field. Internationally, he sold out over a dozen arenas in the European market, selling over 150,000 tickets, and sold out arenas across Australia, selling 100,000 tickets. Hart's hit comedy tour grossed over $100 million worldwide.
Fishing poles in hand, Dimitri and Ethan Sedita aren't looking for a catch. Instead, the two brothers are reeling in Gasparilla beads from Tampa Bay. About 5 years ago, the boys started going to their Harbor Island dock in the days following the famous boat parade to hook beads. But what started as a game soon turned into a mission. They estimate they've pulled in more than 1,000 strands from the water using their fishing poles. Quote, "It's become a tradition to do that every year, and now it's morphed into this full-blown organization," Dimitri said. The two young environmentalists started their own organization aptly named Green Gasparilla. They're parade fans themselves and don't mind the beads, but say they wish adults would dispose of them properly. They're worried about the amounts of lead and toxic metals in the bead strands and what they could do to the area waterways. The beads are made in mass quantities overseas and have very little regulation on what goes into the paints, strings, and plastic.
The accused Seminole Heights killer appeared in court Friday for the first time since he was officially charged with the random murders of 4 people following his arrest in November. Donaldson's attorney told the judge that Donaldson is fully aware that his conviction could mean a death sentence. Regarding the death penalty, Tina Felton, sister of one of the victims, said she is still in a lot of pain but does not want to see her brother's alleged killer die. Quote, "All of the hurt that I feel, all of the anger I was feeling towards him will never bring my brother back. I have to deal with that, and I wouldn't want nobody to feel what I felt," she said. Tina Felton is in the minority, however, among her family. Most of them want to see Donaldson pay with his life. Quote, "If he did it, they need to burn him. He took 4 lives, they need to burn him. That's it," said sister-in-law Gloria Felton. Ultimately, it will be up to the courts to decide Donaldson's fate. Now to Dylan with your sports news.
I'm Dylan Smith with your sports news. Tonight, our Lady Tornado varsity basketball team plays in their last regular season home game. The Tornadoes host the Seffner Christian Crusaders. Game time is 7 p.m. and admission is $4. Our boys varsity soccer team plays in the first round of their district tournament tonight. The Tornadoes play at Countryside High School at 7 p.m. Admission is $6. Come out and support your Tornadoes. Now back to the desk.
Thanks, Dylan. In your school news, Grad Bash tickets are on sale from February 5th to the 7th. Tickets cost $130.
Pre-order your yearbook for $65 in room B1 or online at www.balfour.com.
If you are a junior with a 3.0 grade point average, don't pass up the opportunity to apply for the district-wide Executive Internship Program. Information and applications can be found online at www.pcsb.org/EIP or through your guidance counselor. The application deadline is Friday, February 16th.
There's a CDMP meeting tomorrow after school in room PA5. Details about the 10-day film challenge and the digital yearbook will be discussed.
Any senior who has not paid their senior fees needs to do so as soon as possible so the caps and gowns can be ordered. Senior fees are $100. See Mrs. Biddle in the front office.
Seniors, remember to bring in your college, military, or trade school acceptance letters to Mrs. Biddle so they can be displayed in the senior cafeteria.
Congratulations to Hannah Groth, Danielisa Spada, Morgan Duvall, and Cameron Bellinger for being accepted into the Pinellas All-County High School Band and Orchestra.
Want to have a senior quote in the yearbook? Senior quotes are $5 and can be purchased from Mrs. Alberto in room B1, February 1st through the 15th.
There is a brief meeting for all students going on the Florida Aquarium trip on Wednesday, January 31st after school. All students attending the trip must go to this meeting or see Mrs. Morrison in room E8 for important reminders.
Members are needed for the American Legion's Boys State Program and the Legion Auxiliaries Girls State Program. Participants learn the rights, privileges, and responsibilities of citizens who can vote. Both programs are available at no cost to the school or student. They will include transportation, food, housing, and program costs. See the Clear Light for more information. Now to Ian with your Sports Corner.
I'm Ian Gibson with your Sports Corner. This past weekend was an eventful day in sports for the National Hockey League and the National Football League, as well as the state of Florida. All-star events in both sports were played in Florida. The NFL Pro Bowl, played in Orlando, was between the American Football Conference and the National Football Conference's best players of the season. The AFC narrowly won 24-23. Meanwhile, the NHL's All-Star Game was played in Tampa at Amalie Arena. The Pacific Division defeated the Atlantic Division 5-2 in the final, effectively wrapping up a sunshine-slated All-Star weekend for Florida. Now back to the desk.
Thanks, Ian. If any students or teachers would like to have an announcement made on our show, please email Mr. Gordon at gordonw@pcsb.org. If you are a student, please have your club sponsor or coach send the email.
Like us on Facebook at Clearwater Digital Media Productions for a look back at some of this year's broadcasts.
Check out the CDMP Clearlight running all day for new announcements. Thank you for watching CTN. Have a great tornado day.